They've won Tonys and Oscars and Emmys and Grammys. There's no red carpet because they're home in their jammies. From Melrose Place to Broadway to Janeway and her crew. Let Seth and James bring all the stars to you.
Anywho.
They're entertaining everyone, so who's gonna grouse? Just sit right back and you'll hear some tales on Stars in the House.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Seth just asked me. Here's the thing.
I didn't ask.
No,
I just said it was an idea.
It's a great idea. But it's like my hearing isn't all that great, and so
which is
like,
fun. It's fun, by the way, in the house. Go on.
Well, it's especially fun for me because you talk so fast. So it's
and by the way, I'm talking from upstairs. That is true. It is disrespectful.
Seth does what he always. I've known Seth for how long? 13, 14 years?
Yeah.
And it's always the classic story. Tell everyone the classic story of your mom. And you and his oldest sister is named Beth. So one letter away. Go ahead.
Yeah, so, I don't know how this relates to me, but my name is Seth. My sister's name is Beth. So whenever my mom would want to call one of us, she wouldn't actually come to our room. She would stand on the staircase between our two rooms. I was downstairs, she was upstairs. So we'd both be in bed with the door closed, and all we'd ever hear through the closed door would be, Beth. So we'd both have to like get up, open our bedroom door and be like, what? And my mom would be like, not you, Beth. Like literally, it wasn't like my sister's name was Elizabeth and mine was like Sethrina. Like it was at. So we never knew who was being. But what's that have to do with me? I don't do that.
Because you always talk about it and complain about not being able to really understand or hear what someone in your household is saying. And I'm saying that's what I experienced. Your frustration of when you were a kid.
To the Who. Welcome to Stars in the House.
Seth is because we have ER tomorrow. So I had a great meeting with Gloria Rubin and our friends at Slate PR, and everyone is set for tomorrow, busy doing clips, and David just sent me that Hulu is promoting the show for tomorrow. So goodness knows what it will be.
So as the opening song was playing, right the last 10 seconds, it hit me. I said, oh my God, we should both be wearing doctor's coats tomorrow during ER. And you didn't say you were deaf. What he actually said was, you just moved the lights. And I was like, right, well, that's not reacting to what I said.
It's like a lot of things going on at the same time. So it's like, you moved my light.
Don't be distracted by that.
Your computer closed, and you're talking in my ear as Liz belts in the opening song.
This is what happens when you've been married for 15 years, basically, and doing a live stream for the Actors Fund for more than a year and a half.
A year and a half. It's only been 13 months, Seth.
Anywho,
every day.
This is a live stream we do for
the
Actors Fund, which we're going to be talking to. We have a big auction coming up.
Oh my gosh.
We're going to talk to a huge Broadway star about this auction.
In about 2 minutes.
Let's just quickly say the Actors Fund is for everybody, and that's what this auction we're going to talk about. But they don't donate. But people can go to the Actors Fund for help no matter what they do in the arts, no matter what field you are. Yes, on stage, but everybody backstage, everybody front of house.
Any professional in the performing arts anywhere in the country.
Across the country. So that means like in the middle of the country, and it doesn't have to be specifically theater oriented. People think it's only for Broadway. It's not. It's for anybody. So you go to actorsfund.org if you need direct financial assistance, like for your rent or for your groceries, but also to help you.
They have amazing workshops.
Yeah, workshops. Like how the hell do you get health insurance? Like just go to the Actors Fund. They are a one-stop clearinghouse for everything, and that's what this auction is about. You're going to hear about. But if you'd like to donate directly to Stars in the House, which goes right to the Actors Fund, please donate at starsinthehouse.com. Then you're going to get a receipt. Forward your receipt to donations@starsinthehouse.com, and we will send it to one of our TikTok stars tonight. And maybe they will set it to music. Maybe Abigail and
maybe it'll go viral.
Yes, maybe it'll go viral. So send your donations to starsinthehouse.com. Yes, everybody, wig designers. Yes, they can go to the Actors Fund and get help.
That's right. So we had amazing shows last week, and
don't really remember what we had.
Money. Our last show that we were here doing. First off, we want to thank Charles Brown.
Charles Brown was here yesterday, yeah.
And he's going to be coming up in a few weeks doing guest hosting Motown reunion. But we had the producers on a Saturday, and we had
the musical, the producers.
Yes, the producers.
So we had Susan Stroman, who directed it. We had Brad Oscar, Katie Huffman. Katie won the Tony Award. We had Nathan Lane, Matthew Broderick, and then we had
our surprise guest of Mel Brooks.
Yeah, which I knew was coming, and I had to keep it a secret, which was so difficult. I was very proud of myself. So Mel Brooks was there. He was hilarious. It was a great show.
But Judy Pearl Travel, a.k.a. for our purposes, Seth's Broadway Cruises.
Yes.
Big Fat Broadway Cruises. did a matching donation, and we have our new total, which is
Mel Brooks donated signed posters. So our total, we were, just so you know, my birthday was end of February. We were at
$699,000 at the end of February raised, which is amazing.
699. Anyway, but yeah, it was really amazing. But that was around 6 weeks ago. At this point, we're at
$878,865 raised for the Actors Fund, because some of the matches came in, and we've got some amazing matches that are coming up a lot. And I predict that my birthday is July 6th. It will be at $1 million by July 6th.
And we've got some big reunions out there. Some amazing reunions coming up. I'll give you one hint. Anybody?
And I would say, Seth, maybe a Mamma Mia the movie reunion would really get us past.
We don't know anybody in that movie.
I'm just saying. In fact,
or Dewey,
or maybe Dewey. Please welcome to Stars in the House. First time, Christine Baranski.
Yay!
Hi, James. Hi, F.
Hi. That's called the callback. Brava. Okay, Christine.
Where are you?
I've never seen better lighting and more stunning background.
Darling, I am on my set. I could have been in my apartment, and I said, "Are you kidding?" First of all, I don't know. I don't do technology. I have bad lighting. So I said, could I just be in my living room, Diane Lockhart's living room? We're sitting in Diane Lockhart's living room, and my DP is just flooding me with beautiful light. And so, but I'm so happy to be here with you guys. Thank you for having me.
It's so great to see you. And I'm totally going to bring up something from our past. And I don't even think you remember. Literally more than 25 years ago, we worked on a show together off Broadway. 27 years ago, you, me, Peter Friedman, Liz Larson. What was that kid's name? I can't remember. But we did the Lohman family picnic together.
Darling, it was one of the most special plays I've ever done.
Oh, you do remember.
I loved that play. I loved it.
It was a cool play.
And remember that song? Oh my God, it was so. It was a beautiful play. It was beautiful.
You had that line. It was like, he's not a loser. He's not a winner.
That's right.
He's often late for dinner. That's all I remember. But bravo.
Oh, thank you for remembering that. Oh, indeed, I remember it. But thank you for all you've done for the Actors Fund. Can you believe it? Boy, has it been important, huh?
Yeah, they've been doling it out. So I'm so curious. So Christine, I feel you're the head of this auction. Like, did you come up with the idea? How did you get involved with this whole big major auction?
Okay, well, I like to start by saying I came out of the closet last spring, like everybody who thought this was going to last a couple of weeks, or maybe maybe even a month. Wouldn't it be great to just take that time to clean out a closet? And if you're a performing artist who's been at it for decades, you have quite a bit of memorabilia and gowns. So I came out of my closet with these beaded gowns thinking, I have them in my will because they're really such drop-dead beautiful hand-beaded gowns that I was going to eventually donate to Broadway Care. And then I thought, there's probably a lot of ladies like me. Most of them have, go by one name. And they have a lot of swag too. And what if we got together and, literally, cleaned out our closets and did an auction for the Actors Fund? And it was an idea I pitched to them, but they had a lot of other things going on last fall. But we've been able to coordinate it by early February. I was in talks with Doug Ramirez, and I said, "Look, I'm ready to go. I have lots of girlfriends at this point. I have a lot of people that I've worked with, a lot of connections, and so I just started writing personal emails and saying, "Dear Dolly, dear Cher, I worked with Cher on Mamma Mia, so it's not like we're best friends, but she had me to her show, and I just did a Christmas movie with Dolly." And Meryl's a pal, and then I emailed Renee Fleming, and I said, So it just kept snowballing, but two of the first gets that I got were Carol Burnett and Julie Andrews, and Carol is donating 7 Bob Mackie dresses from her Carol Burnett show. And Julie is donating a box full of personal memorabilia signed. And Dolly's donating one of her gowns that she wore with Reba McEntire. And she's donating her mannequin as well, which I almost want to I kind of want to just bid on the mannequin so it would be a piece of sculpture in
Yes.
my living room. And of course, Bette Midler is donating one of her fabulous Halloween costumes. Cher is giving us a Swarovski encrusted vintage Burberry raincoat with some Swarovski jeweled shoes. And then we've got Tina Fey, we've got all the Broadway divas. We've got Patty, we've got Bernadette, we've got Audra, we've got, oh my God, we've got Kelly, we've got Donna Marie, all of them. And then I got around to the guys and I thought, wait a minute, why don't we include the men? So the first one I contacted was Hugh Jackman, who of course he's a great performer, but he's such a Broadway baby at this point, and he so gets the need. He's so passionate about the organization. So he is donating his leather jacket from Wolverine.
Wow.
Look at that. He's donating autographed banjo. And I really just stuck my neck out because several times I've been backstage with Bruce Springsteen, once at the Tonys a few years ago and once at the Kennedy Center. So I found a way to get to him through George Stevens, and he's donating boots, jeans, and a T-shirt.
Wow.
And,
Wait,
is this it?
is
right
this
here?
it?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. We have some. This is amazing. We have some photos. You got to tell us because I don't know what the difference is. Whose gold gown is this? First of all, who is that size?
That is mine. That was award to the Emmy Awards. And let me tell you, that's by a man named Robert Tortorese, who actually did the Moonlighting series with Sybil Shepherd. And then he did the first season of Sybil. It's all hand beaded, guys. It weighs about 50 pounds. It's like, I felt like Tutankhamun in it. And I lost an Emmy, but I look like a gold statue.
You literally, okay.
Well, one of the amazing
and then I've got a couple other ones, but I mean, it was all beaded at the Bob Mackie Studios in California.
Wow.
It is so stunning.
Well, and one of the amazing things of this is that 100% of the Hammer price is going to the fund.
Yes.
It's amazing.
It's all Actors Fund. It's so exciting. We've got Steve Sondheim wondered what he could do. And I said, Steve, do anything, sign a piece of sheet music. So he hand wrote in pencil the first 8 bars of Broadway Baby, and he signed it and we framed it. We've got Lorne Michaels. I emailed and said, this is what's happening. And he said, well, Christine, I happen to have a very large closet from SNL. So we've got RuPaul's outfit from his opening monologue.
Oh my God.
And Timothy Chalamet's outfit when he played Harry Styles. And Judy Kramer sent Mamma Mia costume, which happened to be Tanya's final costume from their London production. Who else? Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Andrew?
Is donating musical monkey. Yes, there it is.
From Phantom.
From Phantom, but he's also going to escort whoever bids on his item. He will escort them personally to the opening night of Phantom when it reopens. How great is that?
You got such amazing stuff. Whose gown is this? Who's this beautiful? I don't know if you know it. This chiffon gown.
Yeah. Okay. That is Renee Fleming's gown. Oscar de la Renta wore it when she sang at Buckingham Palace for the Queen's Jubilee.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
I have another picture of a dress with the actual artist in it. Our good friend who just texted me, Andrea Martin's donating her Tony Award dress from Young Frankenstein.
I know. We've got that, and we've got Andrea kindly donated a bunch of things. We've got Meryl and Glenn Close is donating her Dolce & Gabbana that she wore opening night of Sunset.
Oh my God.
Juliana Margulies, Cynthia Nixon, who else? Laurie Metcalf, Cherry Jones, Linda Emmond, Deb Monk. And then we've got Jeff Daniels, autograph To Kill a Mockingbird, Bryan Cranston, a whole bunch of stuff. John Lithgow, Alan Cumming, his leather suit that he wore when he won the Emmy for the Tony for
Cabaret.
Cabaret.
Wow.
Victor Garber, it's got something autographed from Gilda Radner.
Oh, wow.
Isn't it? It is so exciting. Autograph script, the entire cast of Downton Abbey.
We saw that. Hold on, we have that picture.
Yeah.
So then, Christine Baranski, you were just sending out all these personal emails?
Yeah, I did. I gotta tell you, it was so much fun to reconnect with people. Like, just so many people with whom I've worked over the years, or if I didn't work with them, then I've seen them backstage, or I've seen their work and they know me and I know them. And I just thought, let me start by writing to them personally and then saying, look, I'd like to send you an email from the Actors Fund to tell you that this is going to be easy. We'll just pick it up. We'll send the FedEx box. We'll, send a car, leave it at the door. And it's been easy. It's been fun. And the response has been so tremendous. Some things that were supposed to come in from overseas from some very big people couldn't make it across the pond in time. So I'm thinking maybe there'll be an encore auction in our
It has to be.
But I think it's a great way to raise money. And also what I said in my email to people is, look, we're the lucky ones. We've had successful careers. We've seen our names above the title, but the community is so much bigger. We've got to help our pals. They're really hurting after a year. This is really, a crisis time for them.
Yes.
Yeah, we call it all hands on deck. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah, we've all got to act as a family now.
Christine, has it already started? People can bid now?
Yes, you can go online. I think Doyle.com ! Stage and Screen. It's called Stage and Screen. If you just, went online with Doyle Stage and Screen, you'd probably get it. But it's already online for you to view. And it happens on April 28th, which is next week.
Oh, wow.
There's time.
And you're very kind to let me talk about it this much. But, fortunately, because it's you guys, I don't have to talk that much about the Actors Fund. But it's important for people to know. I mean, people don't realize how big an organization it is and that it's not just actors,
Exactly. It's a misnomer.
It's people. It's the designers.
Everybody.
It's the ushers. It's everybody. And
it's everybody.
That's a big family. Yeah.
Yes.
We want to have you back. We're talking to Audrey about doing a Good Fight reunion. We want you for that. We want to do, I'd love to do with you and Faith and Joanna, a little Nick and Nora reunion and go through that.
God, just telling stories?
Yes.
Telling stories. Well, where do we begin?
Exactly. Hold that thought.
Yeah, hold that thought. That's what we want.
Josie de Guzman.
Exactly.
After you've wrapped the Good Fight, let's chat.
Let's start chatting.
All right. Bless you. Thank you for your work, guys.
Thank you. Bye. It's called a callback.
Now that's a funny woman who knows to do a callback at the beginning of her segment and at the end of her segment.
Bookend, we call it. Bye-bye. Okay, that was so fun. Okay, Nick and Nora is next.
Oh my gosh, that would be so fun.
So don't forget, you can start looking at all those items. I mean, I'm gonna have to slim down around 70 pounds to fit into any of them, but still, brava. Bid at Doyle.com.
Yeah, did you see how small and narrow Bruce Springsteen is? I'm like,
everything.
Maybe we could have fit in that when we were 13.
I couldn't fit into any of those gowns. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. You can also just get a script. Everyone can fit into an autograph script.
There you go.
Okay, so tonight we are taking a left turn. We're not talking about the auction anymore. Now we're celebrating TikTok. I'm very old school. I'm like, Friendster is too new for me. It's a stupid joke. But I'm so anti-TikTok. But our daughter Julie is obsessed with it. So Julie is constantly TikTok this, TikTok that. She quote unquote forced us to do some TikTok. This is one of the. She forced us to do one of these ones where parents are really mean to their kids. And you know how she color coordinated our bookcase? She put all the books in color coordination. So she made us do one about the color coordination. And it was a trend on TikTok to hate your child. So we did this one for her. Okay. Or she has this one where she tries to recreate Billy Porter's makeup scheme because she's a great makeup artist. Okay, so that's her. She's obsessed with TikTok. So she started showing me stuff. So I'm going to show the first person that she showed me, this brilliant opera singer who's so funny, but just brilliant. Her name is Marissa Beddoes. Please welcome TikTok superstar, Marissa Beddoes. Hi, Marissa.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Okay, Marissa, Julie got me obsessed with you. You're so crazy talented. First of all, where did you get that amazing voice? Did you study opera?
Thank you. I've been classically training now since I was 12.
And do you have a degree or you just study privately?
No, I'm actually getting my bachelor's next year at the Curtis Institute of Music.
Okay, hold on. How old are you?
I'm 22.
And you're going to Curtis. First of all, Curtis is such an amazing music school, and they have so much sort of money that when you're a piano major, because it's so rare to be a piano major, they literally give you your own apartment with your own grand piano in your apartment.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I cannot believe you go
to piano.
I'm so impressed you're going to Curtis. But wait, what were you doing for the last 4 years? Why weren't you an undergrad?
So I'm an undergrad right now.
I see.
I'm still an undergrad at Curtis right now. Yes. So I'll be
a
senior at Curtis. Yes.
Okay, so people don't know about your amazing voice. I'm first showing this Hopelessly Devoted to You video where David Katz, our tech person, had a breakdown from your opening riff because it sounds like it's auto-tuned. Here we go. Listen how brilliant this is.
That's great.
Okay, but now there's nowhere to no. I don't know. What are those notes?
It's kind of, I don't know. It's a no. Okay, so I am a coloratura soprano. So a lyric coloratura soprano. So a coloratura is a very agile kind of voice. Growing up, I always used to riff, like nah, all these, but I couldn't belt, right? Growing up. And I'm like, okay, so what can I do? I'm not really a pop singer and I don't belt. It hurts when I belt. So I was inspired by Jackie Evancho when she first came onto America's Got Talent when she was 12. And I said, I wonder if I could do that. And I kid you not, the video is still up. It's on YouTube. I was 12 years old. I went to my mother's computer and I had like this old Nikon little camera that I set up. And I put on O mio bambino caro, the karaoke. And I started singing with it. And I mean, my diction was completely incorrect. But I said, hey, okay, I've got something. I'm onto something. So yeah, it started there. I was actually inspired by her. But I later on found out about incredible composers like Handel and Handel, Donizetti, of course, Mozart, right? And that there are these pieces, Vivaldi, that have all of these incredible coloratura lines with these amazing cadenzas, and especially early music, you can add all kinds of ornamentation to it. And I said, oh, let me try riffing here. And that's how I knew, I was a lyric coloratura soprano.
Okay, here's something I'm going to say to you, though. I know you're such a good riffer, and the whole belting hurts me, but I will say, like our friend Morgan James, who Kevin Chamberlin introduced me to, she got her classical opera debut degree at Juilliard, and then in her 20s, she's like, turns out I can belt. So don't we think maybe in a couple of years, you're going to be able to figure out how to belt and not be in pain so we can have that riffing on music I actually want to hear? Go.
I know how to mix, and that's better.
Is it?
For
Liz
me,
Calloway would say so.
For me, it's nah. It's a yell. It's a yell and a singing. It's a yell and a soprano. A yell and soprano.
What's your goal? Is your goal opera? Is your goal Broadway? Is your goal pop?
Oh, definitely not pop. I don't have a pop voice. I mean, I do kind of impersonations and, but that was supposed to be, well, it was like an indie person, but I would say you know, whatever door opens, I will walk through. Right now, I do have an agenda. I mean, I want to get my master's degree, so I'll probably be at Curtis for another 2 years or so. You know, hopefully, you know, I'll be accepted into the master's program. And I'd like to go to a young artist program. But, you know, after that, I mean, I don't know. It all depends. Every day we wake up and we live a brand new life, right? So I guess whatever happens.
I mean, I would ask you, how have you been dealing with COVID and lockdown while you've been in school? But the answer is obviously TikTok.
How did you get inspired to do?
How did you get
inspired to do those? Because I'm going to show those 2 animal videos. How did you get inspired to add your operatic voice to the animals? Because I'm obsessed with those.
Oh, thank you. Well, you know, when the pandemic first hit, I was thinking, you know, I love Saturday Night Live and I love making people laugh, you know, Kate McKinnon and oh my goodness. So I went up. Okay, so I was living in my grandmother's house for a while and she has this extra room with really great acoustics. And, you know, my first plan was to kind of create these SNL skits, right? I wasn't thinking at all, like maybe I should sing on here. I was like, how could I make people laugh, you know? Maybe I could be the next Kate McKinnon on TikTok, you know? But that's my grandma impression, by the way. They just come out spontaneously. But I was finding that it wasn't so successful because I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I kind of wanted to get this grandma voice involved and a couple of other things. And I don't know, I wasn't sure about it. And then suddenly I thought to myself, wait a second. Why don't I start singing on here? I mean, that's what I do best, right? So I started singing and I put out a couple of things like, you know, Ariana Grande riffs and things like that, just to see how people would react to it at first. And then from there, I thought, okay, well, this is a great way to expose opera and to make it accessible to people of all ages. You know,
so perfect. Look, everyone watches how great this is. She literally puts these voices to animals. I am so obsessed. Okay, I'm going to show, before you go, I have to show your last one where it's so brilliant. We have to watch it twice with the animals. Well, I guess my first question is, where are you finding these animals? You're just looking for animal clips and then you just merge them together?
Yes, pretty much. Yeah, I'll find them. You know, they'll pop up on my For You page, and I'm like, oh, this animal's got his mouth open. Let me add some sound to it. You know,
it is so brilliant. I'm obsessed with this one. First of all,
I like your dog in the back, by the way.
Oh, thank you. There she goes. The crazy, weird vibrato at the beginning, and then the cat shrieking at the end. I have to watch this twice because I love it so much. Yes.
Hey. Whoa.
That's a mix at the end, F.
What'd you say?
I said that's a mix at the end.
No, I picked up on that. It is so. I have to watch that one again just for the ending. That ending is so perfect. It's exactly what the cat is doing.
Hey. Whoa.
It's so funny. All right, Marissa, I have to have you back, and you have to do an actual live classical piece for me. So stay tuned. You need to come back. I want some.
Thank you so much for having me. It was wonderful meeting you.
Oh, you're so talented. All right, bye, Marissa. Super talented. Oh my God, isn't that hilarious? You guys have to follow her on TikTok. She's so funny. Okay, I'm very excited to welcome our next guest, one of my oldest pals. Oh, good, James. You just saw Mandy, right?
Yes.
Please welcome the brilliant Kevin Chamberlin.
Hey, Seth. Hey, James. I'm bidding on this Mamma Mia dress right now.
It's gone.
It's gone. Oh, no.
Incredible.
Oh, my gosh. The item's incredible. I just wish I had money.
I know. TikTok doesn't pay the bills.
I guess that's the point of the Actors Fund.
Exactly. Get to actorsfund.org. Okay, so Kevin's like a TikTok star. I'm gonna just start with one of your clips, the most recent one. It's so funny because you sent clips to David. They're the same ones that I was picking. So we both sent the turtleneck.
Actually. Okay, yeah, do turtleneck.
Is that right? Yeah, because I want you to describe who you did that with and why you.
Well, this is I'll set up this is actually a song that we took from another TikTok. This guy named Austin Archer, who's an amazing composer. I think his thing is Your Pal Austin is his TikTok handle. He's a great writer, and he and his girlfriend did this video, and we love the song so much. And Sam Kite, who does the directing and producing of a lot of my TikToks, he said, "Oh, we have to do this with his partner and our friend, who we all look alike and have mustaches." So
it's hilarious. It's so great. Watch this.
Hey, what do you want to wear tonight?
I don't know. What do you want to wear tonight?
Turtleneck and blazer, turtleneck and blazer, on point like a laser. In a turtleneck and blazer, turtleneck and blazer, turtleneck and blazer, on point like a laser. In a turtleneck and blazer, you wanna dress in a way that makes you feel sexy with a little sophistication. I've got something for you. Whether you're a college professor or a businesswoman in the 80s, men and ladies, grab a turtleneck and blazer. Turtleneck and blazer, slap so much that my face hurts. In a turtleneck and blazer.
That video actually inspired me to start dieting.
But you're so alive. I remember you called me just a couple of months ago when you began, and it's like maybe 6 months ago. It's so taken off. It was first like Bertram's channel, right? Like, have you changed from like Bertram to Kevin, or you both? What is that?
No, I did. Yeah, I started doing Jesse stuff at first. I did a song when Biden won that was, using the Jesse theme song, and that was originally, I guess, the audience, and now I'm kind of trying to go for a more adult audience, but there's going to be a sequel that was supposed to debut tonight, but it's not ready yet. 2 turtlenecks and blazers called, it has to do with the mustache that Austin wrote for us, and we filmed it on a yacht, on Judy Garland's yacht, and a boat, and a bar and a barber shop. And there's drone shots. I mean, this was the biggest production so far. So it should be debuting the next couple of days. We have 3 huge, big production videos coming up in the next couple of weeks.
That's why he doesn't have money to get it down. It's all going to production value.
Well, TikTok has a creator fund, which if you get a certain amount of views, they pay you. So.
And we have to give a shout out to TikTok because they gave a lot of money to the Actors Fund.
Yeah, they did. They donated a lot of money
last year.
So talk about how you were writing this Ratatouille thing. It's one of those things where you were just writing it for fun, never knowing it was going to be an actual musical, right?
No, and I wrote it in like 40 minutes. I just sat down and it was trending, and the next day it had 1.5 million views, and it was insane. I didn't know why it did. It was not like it was a lot of the other videos were getting it. And then CBS This Morning calls, Wall Street Journal calls, New York Times calls. I haven't had this much press since Disaster.
Right, exactly.
I mean, it was really crazy how, and then the ball just started rolling, and CView Productions called within a week and said, we want to ask you first because your video is the most popular. Will you do this and play Cousteau? And we're going to do a benefit concert for the Actors Fund. And they got Wayne Brady and Adam Lambert and all these wonderful, and the rest is history. And we raised $2 million.
It's incredible. I'm going to show the video, and you were just writing for funsies.
He doesn't cook, but he could. You know what I always say.
Anyone can cook, anyone can cook. All you have to do is look inside yourself. Anyone can cook. You could even write a book. It could sit right next to mine, there on that shelf. There's not a soul who could tell you how to broil or to braise. A casserole can be droll, but if you want to amaze, try some wine, it's divine when you want to deglaze. 'Cause anyone can have some fun, man. Anyone can cook. Anyone can cook. Bon appetit.
It's so sweet. And then it turned into this.
Anyone can cook. Anyone can cook. You can do it. All you have to do is try. Anyone can cook. Come to those who cook. If you will it, you can grill it, boil or fry.
If you believe in yourself, there's nothing you can't do. Put some stock in your future, and then stew that stew. Look a bang in the pan.
Try some hard, it's divine. Put your game to the flame, because anyone can have some fun. Anyone can
My favorite lyric there is "Put your game to the flame." I thought that was a really fun little.
It's a good double whammy. Okay, Kevin, before you go, I'm surprised you're here because I thought you had passed away. What's up with that?
So did you know this? That there was a death hoax. I had a death hoax, and I had worked at Kristen Chenoweth's boot camp, which we're doing this year all online, amazingly. And a kid filmed me for TikTok, and filmed me doing my Bertram line. Oh, it's so far. And in the comments, someone said, "I heard he passed away," and within hours, it was out on the AP wire. And this was the power of TikTok, even the summer of 2018. And so they were calling my agents. They were, people were, and an outpouring, like, all these messages from online. So I actually was living like Mark Twain, like, Tom Sawyer, when he goes to his own funeral. I actually got to experience that. So every time I post something on TikTok, someone inevitably posts, "I thought he was dead." So it still perpetrates to this day. And if you type into Google Kevin Chamberlin obituary, it's right. Everything's there.
Oh my gosh!
Do they at least mention disaster?
I died on stage there.
Exactly. Well, look, I love that you literally made this video to counteract it.
All these comments have got me aggravated. Rumors of my death are greatly exaggerated. I'm not dead. I'm alive. And I did that all on this little keyboard. Look, right here. Michael got me this so that when I traveled, I had a keyboard. Isn't that great?
So cute.
Michael owes the rescue. All right, Kevin Chamberlin, we're going to our medical break, so we will ask Dr. LePook what you died of. So thank you for coming.
I love you guys. I hope to see you in person soon.
Me too.
Yes.
Oh, we're coming to California. I'm going to text you. We just got tickets.
Yay! Very good.
Talk to you soon. Bye, Kevin.
Bye,
I love you.
Love you too.
Oh, so nice to see him. All right, let's welcome another, well, not a TikTok star, but a CBS star, the chief medical correspondent of CBS, Dr. John LePook.
Hi, guys. I've been a doctor for 41 years, and I can weigh in, even though I'm not his personal physician. Kevin's alive. Very alive.
In your medical opinion. Dr. LePook, I heard like annoying Johnson & Johnson manufacturing news. What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, there's cross-contamination that happened when the FDA went in and examined where the AstraZeneca vaccine apparently was in the same place, and there was some cross-contamination with the J&J vaccine. I was reading today that at least one employee didn't shower in between. They're supposed to mandatorily shower when they go from one facility placed to another facility. But anyway, Johnson & Johnson's been, I guess, put in charge of it now. They're not, nobody's gotten any vaccine from that site. So I would again look at it as saying the system worked yet again, just like the 1 in a million side effect, the system worked. The FDA has been very strict at looking at criteria before something is out there and released on a big scale. They caught this. But there are big time investigations going on right now into what exactly happened, why it happened, whether this the company that was involved in doing it really was up to the task, whether they try to expand too quickly. There are a lot of questions.
Okay, but the good news is it's not like people got these vaccines that have been okay.
Nobody's gotten the vaccine, and there's all sorts of other news out there now. There are a handful, I think, less than 6,000 people in a recent report of people who have gotten the vaccine out of 84 million. People who have been fully vaccinated. Fewer than 6,000 actually came down with COVID, and very few actually ended up dying. I mean, if you die, that's horrible. But relatively, I think it was like in the 70s of people who died. So that was, I think, encouraging. We don't like to think that you can still get COVID after you've been vaccinated, but you can. Remember we said it was 95% effective. Well, that means that if 100 million people get it, and 5 million, 5%. If 100 million people get the vaccine, 5 million people could still come down with it. So it's we're talking about huge populations. Bad news for the world. We're seeing the numbers going up to levels that we haven't reached before worldwide. Good news for Michigan, starting to come down there. But bottom line, and then I'm going to be on KCBS. That's out of San Francisco radio at 9:20 tonight. Eastern time, talking about they want to talk about vaccine hesitancy, and you're going to hear about it here first, of course, as usual, and about President Biden's proposal to give a tax credit to employers to encourage people to get the vaccine. If you're going to go out and you're going to take a day off to get the vaccine, you should not be docked pay. That should be handled by the employer. I think it's for fewer than 500 employees, so small to medium size businesses. And by the way, if you get a side effect and you're sick for a few days, that should also be covered.
Yes, exactly.
I think that's part of our responsibility as a society to encourage vaccination. The only way we're going to get there. And finally, I will say that there was a really interesting from Kaiser Family Foundation, which is a great organization. It's not the same as Kaiser Permanente. There are the number of people who are saying they're never going to get it. They're never getting this vaccine. It started out in December as 15%. It's now 13%. It started out, the people who said only if required was 9% in December, 7% now. The people who said wait and see started out as 39% in December, went to 31%, 22%, and is now 17%. So if you look at the number of people, 20% say they're not going to get it. Well, they're only going to get it if it's required. So throw them out for a second. We want to get 75, 85, 80% of people vaccinated for herd immunity. So those 17% who are wait and see, stop waiting and seeing. Right. Those are key people. We need to, and they are coming down. They are waiting. They are seeing, went from 39% to 17%. And we just have to go after them. And I love these commercials that you're starting to see now. You see Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal, and President Obama, former President Obama, talking and saying, hey, you should get the vaccine. And Charles Barkley had said he just got the vaccine. And you've got to go after every community at every level, belt and suspenders. You want to go to faith-based organizations. You want to go to community leaders. You want to go to the head of the NIH, and you want to go to the Tony Fauci's and the president. Everybody. It's got to be a societal push to get vaccinated.
Right. We both got vaccinated. We support it.
Yes,
just for our viewers out there. All right, Dr. LaPook, thank you for everything. We'll see you tomorrow with hopefully.
We'll see you at the top of the show.
Oh, yeah, with real doctors, our ER show.
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to that. We loved that show. That was a great show. Loved that show.
Okay, since we've got a little bit of time, John, what did you like? Because there have been so many medical shows. Like the first one I really watched was St. Elsewhere, but why did ER appeal to you as a doctor?
You're showing your age. The first one I watched was Dr. Kildare and Ben Casey. That was in the 60s. It was. I thought the writing was very good. The writing and the acting and the directing. I thought, the movement, how everything, a lot of different, back now we see it all the time, but there were all the different storylines that were weaving in and out. And I actually found, although it's always pushed a little bit, the plausibility, like something happening in the emergency room and the family looking through a window at the chest being cracked. No, that's not happening. Okay. However, a lot of the stories struck me as being very close to things that happened. They're of course always pushed to an extreme. Yeah. I thought there were beautiful, emotional, story arcs. Of course, there was all the hanky-panky that was going on, and so a lot more than I ever saw in the any of us were doing. I think in the 80s when we were too busy.
They're all dating each other. So you didn't have that. You didn't have that whole back room.
We did not. We really didn't. I'm sure it went on to some extent, but we were, especially with the nurses, we were very, very tight with each other. We were very much friends. We were very much needing each other for support. And remember, this was AIDS, the beginning of AIDS. There was a lot of emotional, heart-wrenching things going on. And gosh, I remember, I'm thinking about this for the first time. Right in the middle of that, we went to the something parrot, the red parrot, the pink parrot. It was like a Studio 64. Somebody out there will remember it. But anyway, it was in the 80s. And we went to a fundraiser for HIV. And we were models. We dressed up with tuxedos and gowns. And the something parrot. And anyway.
Well,
you were all pals.
In conclusion, we found out that George Clooney actually, he was first, he played someone in the medicine field, on whose show, right? Before ER.
Was it a Norman Lear show?
Of course it was. Named ER, but E/R.
Yeah. So Norman was the first to cast George Clooney as a doctor.
Leave it to Norman.
Yeah. Of course, it all goes back to Norman. That's right. All begins. Anyway, we loved the show. It's a lot of poignant memories, and I'm excited to talk tomorrow night.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, Doctor.
Bye, Dr. Book.
Okay.
All right, Seth, our final guest. We got two of them, and they are together.
Super talents. We have Abigail Barlow and Emily Bear, TikTok superstars. Just like the talent level is out of control, and yet again, they're like 50 years younger than us. Please welcome Abigail and Emily.
Hi, guys. How are you?
If people don't know, they created the whole Bridgerton musical, which is a big deal. But Emily, I want to say you were on Stars in the House already, right?
I don't know. Was I?
I know. I was trying to remember. I'm like, I think that she was, but am I in this COVID world?
I think actually what it was, I was on your radio show like right before the pandemic, I'm pretty sure. Oh, maybe that was it.
Yeah, well, and you've been on my radio show more than once, and you've also been on Concert for America.
Yeah, Concert for America when we were in Chicago.
Yes.
And if people don't know, so Emily is the daughter of my friend that I grew up with, who was a super musical talent in my school, Andrea. So Andrea's daughter is Emily, and now Emily's just like, she was this prodigy. She was in the Ellen Show when she was a little kid, and then she hooked up with Abigail. Abigail, how did you guys meet? I don't think I know this story. How did you guys hook up?
Oh my gosh, it's a great story. We actually only really met a couple years ago on another project, a musical that we were asked by like a mutual friend. She tells a story better than I do, but you tell it. Okay. So it was very nonchalant. We both grew up around a lot of musical theater. She did it professionally when she was younger in Alabama. Obviously, my mom is a musical theater fanatic, so I grew up around a lot of it. And a mutual friend of ours both individually went to us and be like, oh, listen to this musical concept. What do you think? And we're like, dope. And then he's like, you guys should try writing together. I just started working with blah, 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 blah. So we're like, okay. And we started writing together and just hit it off. It was immediately like we both kind of figured out that it's supposed to be fun. Like writing with people is supposed to be a fun process. And sometimes it just is kind of like dating where you have to just collaborate with a bunch of people until you find somebody you really click with. But we just got lucky, Yeah. We both walked out of that session being like, Yeah.
At a really young age. Emily, what are you? You're 20?
Not yet. I'm still 19. I'm turning 20 in August.
end of August.
I want to talk about
Okay,
it.
so before we get into the musical, were you already on TikTok, like just doing your own thing?
Yes. Oh yes, actually, I've been on TikTok since it was Musically.
She was a real OG.
Yeah, I'm a real OG. So I've been on the app since I was 16 and kind of just growing my following organically since then. So yeah.
Oh.
So if people don't know, what they would do is they watch Bridgerton and they would find a scene to musicalize, and then they actually do their TikTok. They actually you have your writing sessions. Is it on Instagram or your writing sessions are on TikTok? Which one is it on?
It's kind of on both, but a lot, like when we're writing a song, Abigail is like constantly writing on different lyric ideas that pop in her head. And so she needs her phone.
Yeah.
So we started off doing both, and then we kind of just did Instagram for a while. But we would like post periodic updates on TikTok.
I'm going to show the process. So first I'm going to show the scene that you guys musicalize. So let's watch this.
Where are we going?
Out.
Okay. So very romantic. So you guys were like, so you guys sat down and instead of writing in privacy, which I think most people do, I think it takes a lot of confidence to write publicly. You just started filming yourselves writing that song, right?
Yeah, we've sort of showed our process from start to finish, and like we haven't really hid all of the ugly parts. Like they see when we hit writer's block and when we're struggling and when we are trying to figure something out and it doesn't feel right. But then they also kind of see when it comes out. Like that song started because we tried like 4 different ideas and nothing was like really feeling right. And then she went to the bathroom. I was literally noodling on a piano, playing like random stuff. And then I started playing like, and then I was like, oh, and then she walked in and she's like, oh, and then we started writing the song.
Yeah, and now we have all these beautiful memories of like the creation of one of our biggest passion projects ever. So it's really been a blessing to have everything filmed.
It's incredible. Here, this is the video of the writing process.
She is light, she is music, she's mine. Don't wanna lose it. We in her eyes, there's an ocean. So vast and wide. Let's go.
I love this so much.
Ah.
Okay, it is so weird to watch these back because
Yeah.
we hear where the song is ending up and like to see where our brains were when we first started it. It's so odd.
Yeah.
You make yourself so vulnerable of
Yeah.
showing that process. I really admire that about the two of you.
Thank you. I started doing it a pretty long time ago with my pop music on TikTok. And I kind of had this cult group of followers that just loved when I sat at the piano and wrote something new. And so they wanted to see what the process of that was like. And so I knew that people wanted a peek into that. It was just really on another level with Bridgerton because people already love the characters and people wanted to hear the creation of these songs for their favorite character on TV. So
Plus, it's like when. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I feel like when we get in a room together, it's very like boom, 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 and like I feed off of what she does, she feeds off of what I do, and it's like this is gonna sound so cheesy, but like a musical conversation of a sort.
Yeah.
And so like,
to see that creation is really, really
and
fun.
I also feel like creatives get so close to the work and they forget that most people don't know what it means to write a song
or even what it looks like or how to start. So it's actually educational too.
Well, it is for me because I don't write, and I'm like it's so crazy that you could be playing the piano and Abigail, you could be improvising a melody because you don't really know where the chord changes are going to go. So the part of me is like, it feels so incongruous. Like, how can you be singing when you don't know what the next chord is?
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah,
like,
I think it's just it's almost like magic when we create together. It really is.
And
we
it
finish
is.
other sentences.
we have like this weird twin telepathy thing going on. And we've both been in rooms with like hundreds of other writers, and it just doesn't work the same way.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
It's a combination of us both being around the same age. Like, we check our egos at the door when we write. It's just a fun, safe space to like find the best possible product. So.
Yeah.
Here's the song. This is what the song turned into.
He is grace, he is beauty, what a face. I could lose myself in his embrace. He's an absolute work of art. His heart is beating just for me. I can hardly breathe, fell down the well. Under his spell, he's a feeling that I've never felt. He's the sun, he's the moon, he's the roses in full bloom, and now bloom forevermore. I have been waiting for someone like him, something like this. I'm in love with him, every inch of him.
I love it.
I'm just dead at my face being slow-mo. Just a slow-mo.
The Ken Burns really doing
really did me dirty.
So
Well,
good.
I have to ask you the most basic question, which is like, did you see Bridgerton on Netflix and then individually and then call each other? Like, how did it start?
So we had been separated for a bit. We were working in the beginning of quarantine on the other musical project we met on.
Like, did a deep dive.
Yeah. And so we had been working with each other, and then we kind of just did it periodically because we were both working on solo projects. And I was really frustrated in a place with my pop music. Like, I just didn't know what to write about. And I was like just bored of my own story. So I watched Bridgerton and immediately was like, oh my gosh, this is so dramatic. I saw what happened with Ratatouille, and people want an escape right now. So, you know, I just decided to try to write a song based on a line of dialogue, and the internet loved it. And so I immediately texted her and I was like, I'm looking for a project to be inspired by. You are too. Let's do this. And so we just kind of sat down and wrote a musical together.
Yeah. Then we wrote like 9 songs in 1 week. It was absurd.
Yeah. It was so much fun. It was so much fun.
So, Emily, when you had gotten that call, had you seen Bridgerton yet?
Yeah, I was literally in the middle of watching it because, like, we are the target audience. So,
Right.
of course,
we were going to watch it
up.
anyway. Like, we
I
were
see.
fans first. Fans first always. Yeah.
And
I love
so
it.
we were both, like, in our respective projects, like she said, feeling very frustrated. Like, you know, the music industry is, like, full of a cajillion no's and one yes. And, like, I had just gotten a big no for something that I had spent, like, 2 months working on. It was just like, ugh. And then literally got a text, like, what if Bridgerton was a musical? And I'm like, yes. So then we literally got in a room and here we are.
Emily, are you not in college right now?
Okay, no.
Okay, no.
So I was supposed to be at Berkeley in Boston. And then
Yes.
I took
Great
a gap year because I went on this tour and then started spending some time in LA. And then when I started spending time here, like, stuff started moving in a way where I was like, oh, I don't know if I really want to go to Boston. But I still technically am a student at Berkeley. I take a couple, like, independent study courses.
Technically.
I have a student ID.
I love it. Because your mom and I come from such a world where, like, you always go to college right away. It's just so interesting to me that you're not, because your mom and I are so old school. But it's great. I mean, you're being so creative. It's like, it's the kind of thing where it's like, why go to Berkeley when you're doing it already?
I mean, I think school can be amazing for people that need it. But I think that there's a lot of things, like, I didn't go to college either. And I think just knowing when something feels right and feels like you're going in a direction you want to be going, sometimes school can maybe, like, throw that off. And I think, you know, just for us.
It's funny too, because, like, when we met, we'd both moved out to LA. We were young. We weren't really in a school setting. We didn't have a lot of people that were doing the same things as we were. So when we met, we're like, ah.
Right. We gravitated towards each other. So yeah.
And then also, like, it was scary because I'm like, should I have gone to college? Am I doing something wrong by taking all this time off and blah, 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 blah. But, like, this feels so right in a weird way. I mean, I've been kind of all over the place musically. I've done, like, jazz and classical and this and that and scoring. But this, like, Broadway is like a living, breathing version of all those things combined.
Yep.
And it's like such a beautiful art form, and it feels so right for both of us. I mean, falling in love with it. So, like, we're excited.
Yeah.
It is so completely right. Okay, so hold on. Oh, by the way, I love that. Okay, I'm going to show the Alone Together scene, and then I'll show you guys writing it. So this is what you base the song on.
This one is intimate.
Okay, now here's the process. You guys are so mean to each other. I don't know. It's like the nicest team I've ever. Okay, two things. Abigail, are you really writing down lyrics or are you like on Facebook? That's my first question.
I'm writing down lyrics, I promise. It's a weird process, but I have to have like a voice memo going. Oh no.
There we go. Wait.
Oh, sorry.
We're back. Okay,
yes.
we're back.
Sorry. I had to have a voice memo going, and I have to just like have my notes right in front of me so that if something pops into my head, I can write it down really quickly.
I can confirm that she is in fact writing down lyrics, also ordering Postmates.
Oh yes.
Emily, I saw like a whole thing of like delicious iced coffee during one video. You're like eating, like there's constant food and drinking around you. What's up with that, Emily?
We love snacks here. Like it really is brain food. We need it.
So cute. So that song you were just writing, what I love is that it's become so popular, like all these people doing covers. And James, you haven't even seen this, but two of our good friends. So Zach Resnick, who did the original production of Disaster, off Broadway.
Oh, we literally melted in our seat.
Yeah,
like,
he's the best.
He's amazing. And then Shoshana Bean, who of course we've known forever. Watch this cover. I mean, how cool is this that they're doing the song?
Alone together. Alone together. In the gallery. And she's just out of reach. Alone together. Just for a moment, feels like I'll never be alone again. I'll never be alone again. Whenever she's close, wherever she goes, I wanna be near. The deal was proposed, but I didn't know just how I'd feel. Alone together. Something is different than it was before. It was so innocent. Now that it's intimate, I want more. And the perfect version of us. Be the artist tonight, be the artist. We could escape into the painting, colored in green, gilded and gold. When we're alone together, I lose control. And
How many times have you listened to that?
Way too many.
Oh, way too many. We're actually tuning the vocals right now we're going to release the concept album. And we're tuning the vocals right now. So I've heard this song a bajillion times in one.
Wait, they're on the concept album, Zach and Shoshana?
Oh my God, I wish.
Oh, we wish. No,
Oh
it's actually just my voice over and over again.
We were in the studio for, it was only going to be 3 days, and we realized that was ridiculous amount of time to record 15 songs with Abigail singing almost every single part and every double. So it was now like 5 days, but we just spent 10 plus hours in a studio a day tracking all the vocals, all the backgrounds, all the doubles, and now I'm finishing all the production. She's tuning the vocals. We're about to send it to the mixer. It's coming, guys.
Yeah.
How did they have that accompaniment track to sing to? Is it?
I actually sent it to Zach. He asked me for
how
it.
it happened?
Yes, he wouldn't tell me who he was duetting with, but he said I need the instrumental, so I sent it to him.
Wait, I didn't know that. But
yes, I did.
We've been putting out the instrumentals for the songs as we like write them so that people can duet and sing on TikTok.
Yes.
Oh, that's
God.
great.
All right. So speaking of tracks, you guys are going to do something live for us, acoustic style. What are you going to sing for us?
We were gonna sing Alone together, but you guys just shared the whole song, so we're thinking maybe we should do another one.
If I Were a Man.
If I Were a Man, maybe.
Oh,
Okay,
God,
do you wanna
that
give a
was
little
the
intro?
first one, right?
Yes,
Yes.
that was our first option, and then we decided to switch gears, but we're gonna just go with our gut.
Go with the gut. Okay, so this song is from the perspective of the little sister of Daphne, who's the lead character, and she's really not like any of the other girls. Not like any of the other girls of that time. And she just wants to see the world and get an education. And you can't really do that in that time period. So this is all about kind of her if she were a man.
All right, we're leaving you.
I guess I have to be a lady, smiling and waving, constantly obeying. I guess I need a prince to come and save me, even if I don't need saving. I guess I must sit on a throne I don't own, raising the babies we made all alone. I guess it's a lady, there's just some things I'll never know. But if I were a man, I'd go to Japan, maybe swim in the sand and learn to speak French. I'd have the whole world in the palm of my hand. I'd finally do what I could, but I can't if I were a man. Eloise, I must tell you something. Tell me. I've come to know of a woman who is with child. Is it a lady or a maid? It's a maid. I didn't know any of your maids were married. I'm playing two characters right now. I don't know. Well, how can she be married if she's not? How can she be pregnant if she's not married? We have to find out so it doesn't happen to us. I guess I have to go to banquets. Banquets make me anxious, acting rather shameless. I guess I need a gown down past my ankles, doing up my hair in tangles. I guess I have to sit still and look pretty, down still I'm proper dizzy. Throw away the life that I've been missing. But if I were a man, I'd go to Bhutan, maybe play in the sand and wear my own pants. I'd have the whole world in the palm of my hand. I'd finally fly far away from the nest if I were a man. There'd be no ladies and lords, just the world to explore. And I don't care if it's all blood and gore. No extravagant balls or gentlemen balls. And I don't give a rat if he's handsome and tall. I don't want to settle in squawk or never leave the nest for a delicate walk. Whoa, what if I want to fly? 'Cause if I were a man, I'd summer in Cannes, maybe play in the sand and learn to speak French. I'd have the whole world in the palm of my hand. I'd finally do what I could, but I can't. If I were a man, if I were a man, I'd have the whole world in the palm of my hand. I'd finally do what I could, but I can't. If I were a man.
Okay, no music for either of you. So impressive. I love that you captured her contralto speaking voice on the TV show because she's the only one who talks down here. So I love that you made it so alto. And
right, and actually
I would say all these comments here, just so you see them. Unbelievable piano playing. Abigail's voice is so special and unique. And then finally, just one of the best songs ever. What were you gonna say?
Just that actually the TikTok audience really helped me write that song because as soon as Burn For You went out, they were like, we need an Eloise song and it must be an alto. And I was like, y'all got it. I'm writing it. So yeah.
I think one of the things that's so special about kind of getting this instant feedback is that we're basically like workshopping the show. There's the audience that will come see the show or come buy the album, and they're literally telling us instantly if they like it or not. And it's really, really, I mean, we also feel like we've created a little family because everyone's
so wonderful and
so
supportive.
nice.
Yeah.
It's like just a total love fest. I guess the question is, everyone wants to know, because when you first called me months ago, it was right after Ratatouille, and I was like, oh yeah, you guys, you should make like Ratatouille. But what is really the next step? Like, are you gonna have live people do it? Like, what's the next step?
Well, the very next step is that we're going to release the concept demo album, which is basically me and Emily. It's just us on this album. Emily's doing all the orchestrations. I'm singing all the vocals. And we're just going to release it to our fans who really want the songs on Spotify and iTunes,
Yeah.
Because our thought process was, I mean, obviously it's on an IP that we don't own. So it's a little more complicated. And we'd love to see it on Broadway one day. Like, that would be a dream. But in the meantime, like, the people who watch this are our age and Gen Z, like they watch.
We lost them.
Oh, it was their Wi-Fi.
We were wondering if it was us or what was going on.
Oh my God, that's so. Wait, David, hold on. David, it's their Wi-Fi, right? Oh, they're coming back. Here they
are.
We're back. Hello.
So sorry.
Here we go.
I don't know.
Wi-Fi.
Well, we heard you for a long time and it was frozen, but we didn't know if it was our Wi-Fi or yours. So, okay.
So sorry.
Continue. We heard just about everything.
Yeah, we basically heard everything. So the album's going to be, I love that you're orchestrating it, you're singing it. It's for the fans that want it on Spotify. Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we knew that if we like did a bigger project with like an orchestra and a cast, this would take like 1 to 2 years. And so we just wanted to put it out now. And now, because of Bridgerton, which is like one of the most insane things that it's just crazy. But all of these opportunities that we would dream of before are now suddenly opening themselves up to us
because of Bridgerton and how incredible this experience has been. So we're just really grateful for it and excited to have it out finally for our fans. And then, this is not the last story you'll hear from Barlow and Bear.
Absolutely.
We've got lots coming.
I love it.
Well, thank you both for coming on, and you'll have to come back and tell us the next step.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm so impressed. You guys are like the real deal.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
So tomorrow, I can't take the
Bye,
time.
Abigail. Bye, Emily.
You guys,
guys.
bye.
Thank you so much.
Mwah.
They are
We'll see you
talented
next
ladies.
time. Okay, so Seth.
Yes. Our Wi-Fi's good.
That was all amazing. Think, how many guests did we have tonight?
Christine,
we had Christine Baranski,
Marissa,
Kevin,
5,
Abigail, Emily.
Yeah.
How many people? And look what time it is. It's 9:14 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
Okay. The way that our schedule is tomorrow, we're gonna have 3 times this many guests.
Listen, it's gonna be a long night
tomorrow.
Fasten your seatbelts.
David, I'm gonna bring you on. Okay. We have our hardcore audience here tonight, and we know tomorrow is gonna be crazy. How much have you hated getting an email from me in the last week? Be honest.
Not hated. It's been a lot, but people are gonna really enjoy the show tomorrow. We have over 50 clips, I think, and 14 people coming on. And
oh my
it's
gosh.
just a great event. So tune in and please give your support. And he's going to the clips now.
Well, I know. I was like, okay, so this is the thing. Since this is almost like a behind the scenes thing, that there's so much to pick from, and you picked this. I mean, you put graphic. And I'm like, I think this might be too graphic.
Wait, don't you have to tell people before you show that?
So those of you who know Dr. Romano from ER,
it was on network television.
It was on network TV, but I'm really kind of almost want to see the comments of people that are ER fans.
I think if we say, listen, the next clip is really, really violent.
It's where Dr. Romano loses his arm.
I was surprised when I saw it because it was the first really graphic thing I think we've
I know
thought about showing, right?
It's from network TV, but we can just warn people, just don't watch the next 30 seconds if you don't want to see something horrific.
But I also feel like we're here tomorrow. Not, by the way, we're here also for Waterkeeper Alliance, which we're going to talk to Gloria Rubin about that. But it hasn't been that long that she's been president of Waterkeeper Alliance. And again, for all of our hardcore fans, Google Gloria Rubin. Everyone on the show's had an extraordinary career, but her in particular, the most varied career out of all of them. I mean, an actress who's now the president of Waterkeeper. We're going to talk more about it tomorrow. But so this is a warning right here. I actually want to see the comments out because this is something I don't know. Do we show this tomorall? Again,
close
this is
your eyes for 30 seconds if you don't want to see it.
If you don't want to see it, but I've already described what it's going to be.
Yeah.
So let's just show what it is.
Hey, get that newspaper out of my airspace! My Mason's gonna lose his airway! Go innovate him and take him in your butt! You're not safe to transfer!
Arguing like this isn't helping either one of them.
Oh, you know you're right. I'll tell you what, you can take the chopper after I'm finished with it. Let's go!
Temps 101.
All right, got 10 grains of Tylenol and piggyback to gentamicin.
Now that's a scene never shown on Stars in the House before.
Let's see what the comments say.
Yes. What do we think?
People remember it, show it. Warning. Okay. Let's see what people think.
Warning. Show it. All right. So we'll see. Now, of course, we've got Paul McCrane and Ming-Na Yen and
Anthony Edwards.
But in that segment, they're only in for that little bit. I'm like, do we show it? That's the thing. As David said, 50 clips, and it's one of those things of like, now we pick it. It's almost like I gave David all these clips, and then we look at them and think, okay.
Also, how the conversation goes, and you'll see what you play. So
that's the thing too. I mean, because Seth, you picked such great clips for the producers, but I don't know if we played them. We played most of them, right?
Most of them.
Meaning what?
Meaning that it's not. It was so amazing. We didn't talk about it, but it's like it was amazing that like Mel Brooks and all these people would like say, "Oh, this scene we loved," and then
I had the clip.
Seth had the clip, but we realized afterward it's a lot easier when it's a 2.5 hour show that maybe has 12 songs.
Yeah.
The chances are they're going to talk about those songs versus a show that's been on the air for 15 years,
right.
25 episodes a season. It's like, how do you know what they're going to say? Anyway, but tune in tomorrow.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out. It's so many clips, so many characters, but and
then Friday it'll go the opposite. We have
here's a contrasting scene to cleanse the palate.
Oh, okay.
I hope to God it's not malignant.
Well, that's very caring of you, Robert.
Well, I am capable of that, Lizzie, on occasion, this being one of them. Let's go. I want to see her before they put her on
Wait, I haven't even...
You can finish up later. Come on, let's go.
She's ready for you, Dr. Romano.
There, Gretel, there. Good girl.
Robert, this is a dog.
Correction, Lizzie, this is my dog.
Yeah, okay, so we cleanse some palate.
Okay.
And I think you should show one more video, which is the video of Jack and Julie.
Oh yeah, I'll give this background.
So there we go. I'm gonna bring it back.
Julie put this on TikTok, but it wasn't made for TikTok. Basically, when we were doing Concert for America in Montana, Jack just commented. We were in a school. Jack commandeered at the school and started filming videos.
Because where we did Concert for America was on 2 days. The only time we've ever done the show on 2 consecutive nights. It was right after Christmas, but before New Year's. And we were in Montana. It was Vanessa Williams and Andrea McCardle and all of these, and Jesse Mueller and Abby Mueller. And it was like because it was a small town, the theater was connected to the middle school.
Yeah. So Jack loves filming this character that's just a horrific art teacher. So he just improv'd this scene with Julie, and I'm sort of obsessed that Julie is so committed to the acting. Anyway, she found the clip today and then she put it on TikTok, and of course all these people thought it was real. Jack Plotnick is not an art teacher. It's all improv. Anyway, you can watch this. It's such great acting.
Look at this. Look at that. Look, let me hold. Look. Does this look anything like this?
Well, they're completely different artists and
and pictures. This is a good painting, okay? This is good. This is crap. Yours is shit compared to this. You can see that, right? I'm not blind, am I? Okay, well, next time, don't give me crap when, you have classmates who are doing this.
I'm sorry.
Okay, now take this, get out. Send in the next person.
Marianne.
Marianne.
Wait a minute.
So good.
How can people, if they watch the whole thing, not think that was acting?
So good.
When he breaks up.
I know, Marianne.
It's like one of those videos that goes viral that somebody's like, this teacher is terribly mean to their student. And you're like, no, it's a joke. But
No.
oh my goodness. The acting, Julie, so committed. So
She's
committed.
so committed.
Well,
But Jack's
Julie-
laughing.
Julie showed me all these comments that poor Jack is getting on his TikTok page.
That he's mean.
That he's a mean teacher.
Oh my goodness.
I said, Julie, you better tell Jack what's going on.
He's a mess.
So great. So
All right.
Tomorrow, ER.
Drink coffee. It's gonna be a long show.
Okay, so for our hardcore fans, here's. Oh, you know what? It's gonna be hard. I don't know if we're gonna be able to see any comments because I have a feeling they're gonna fly. Here's what I need help remembering. And then this, David, this is such a behind the scenes.
Julia, remember. Subscribe. Julia will be posting
It's
it.
subscribe, and also Marilyn McCoo and Billy Davis Jr. are going to be here on Friday.
The
and
Fifth Dimension.
The
Be
Fifth
great. Why are you
Dimension.
downplaying
We got our no, exactly.
And they're going to play
multi-Grammy Award winners, and we're excited they're going to be here. But it's like it's going to be a lot tomorrow. So I just want to make sure I remember this. I'm making myself accountable.
We always say tomorrow is. So I'm not
Do
worried about
we?
that. Yes, we never say bye.
Okay.
I'm aware.
And then the next day we have game night, which we didn't talk about. Mandy Gonzalez is
Mandy Gonzalez and Andrew McCardle.
Oh my!
both doing concerts.
Yeah,
Both
we're gonna
doing
promote.
concerts.
So it's Mandy, Andrea, and then I can't remember.
We
who
have
else
two
is
more
doing it.
people that we need to ask.
Yeah, but I was thinking maybe making all Belters night. So
all Belters. That's good.
Or it's maybe all just concert. Maybe I'll have Laura Benanti, so just because she's not Belter, she's soprano. But maybe all these people that are coming to the concert. Laura and her mom would be fun. Maybe Laura, her mom, Andrea, and Mandy.
Wow. Okay.
All
right. There you go.
Okay. Yes.
All right, David. Hopefully, Seth won't send you too many clips.
Yeah, because I'm going to send you the comedy clips tomorrow. I always do this comedy.
There's a funny skit of SNL of George Clooney doing an ER bit.
Oh, speaking of which, we got to do Friends. All right, send it to me. All right, talk to you guys later.
All right. Oh, yeah. Yes, there's
Do you want to say
the.
Marianne?
On that note,
see you guys. Bye. If I were a man, I don't know how it goes. I'm trying to play the Bridgerton song. Normally I play something to leave. Here, I'll play classical music. Something happens next. I don't remember it. There's a trill.